177. And topic of today is lifestyle impact on health and spiritual solutions. There was some question posted in the group regarding this issue about health and well-being. So today we will discuss about that. Okay, because this is the I mentioned there that in the next session we'll discuss in detail for the understanding purposes that the why the many of us we are facing this trouble of body pain and all this anxiety and many other physical symptoms. So we will go into that for understanding of that one. So first, the majority of these cases are linked to our stress level. So the thing is, we are getting stressed. So why we are getting stressed? Because most of the cases, it is because the current lifestyle we are living. Means some of them we don't have any choice. We have to do that, and some of them is our self-created. So we'll understand all these things in detail. Our life is as of in the all you can say the modern lifestyle. Our means I mean that modern day lifestyle. Where of course we are householders. We need to maintain our family, raise our children, earn our living, and then also take care of ourselves and take care of the family members and take care of elders and many other. We have a lot of responsibilities, family responsibilities, there are social responsibilities, and also our professional demand we need to meet. So professional, that includes the jobs and business, whatever the things, so we need to do that. And during all this process, what happens is we have been pulled into a lot of demands of the external world, like a lot of things. We don't have a luxury to go and sit down in the top of Himalaya somewhere and so that nobody disturbs us and all those things. We don't have that kind of luxury because of the mainly responsibilities and the things I told you. Now, in these cases, why the stress then? It's okay, fine, we have to do our duty, we have to do our work. Everybody need to work to get engaged in. Stress level is because in the external world, we are driven by too much competition, too much of ambition, too much of things are expected from us, or even we expect ourselves to be successful, to be, rich or whatever. We have our own mindset that we wanted to achieve in this our life, and that's what it is. Our children should be the like a top ranking in their education and the classes and whatever. We have to live in a better house. We have to drive a better car or whatnot. We have a lot of our own ambitions as well. In pursuit of that, when we chase these things up, so most of the time what happens is that whatever we planned for, that didn't go as per our plan. It didn't meet our expectation. And when that happens, then that increases our stress level because we need to, first of all, it didn't follow our plan the way it should be. So we need to try to analyze it, try to put more effort, and somehow we need to be there. So there was a saying in English called by hook or crook, means somehow we need it because we desperately want something in our life. So we cannot let go of that. We then try to force our will to get these things done, and the overall in the process, what happens is we become overloaded. We become when we cross the limit, we ourselves we don't know, and whether it is a demand of the situation, whether it is our internal ambition and desires that are drive us, no matter what drives us, whether we need to do or the social pressure is there, family pressure is there, we need to achieve something or do something. So in these multiple directions, what we get, the stressed up, get stressed up, a lot of burden comes on us. Then we try to manage it with our own intellect. We use our own intellect, our knowledge, our education, our own experience. But the most of the time, still, what I just mentioned, it didn't give the desired results. Maybe we work too much. Maybe we work 110%, get only 60% results. It is not comparable. That normally it should be whatever. If we put equivalent output, you should get. But most of the cases, it is not. Okay, and that is the prime reason for the stress in our this lifestyle. So we have a lot of demands of the different aspects of it, after of our life. We give our best effort, we do all those things, but still we cannot manage. Sometimes we cannot manage time. We think it's too less, and we don't have time for ourselves, time for relaxation, or time for rejuvenation, or things. We go into some mode. We think that some will make us relax. And a lot of, suppose maybe we go to some kind of treatments and things like that, but none of them work, just a temporary thing. And at certain point of time, you realize these are the things are just a marketing things, and it not necessarily that it gives us the solution that we're looking for. Okay, temporary relief, yes, but not as a solution. Okay, that it doesn't solve our issue. It can only hide it for some time, and it can only the children, you give some kind of lollipop sort of thing, that they get their attention is diverted for some time, they feel happy, that kind of thing. So these are the lollipop stuff. It is not addresses the core issues, that we'll understand what the core issue is. Okay, so it is now, I don't need to go any further on this. We know that life is stressful. Modern day life is stressful because you have to meet deadline, you have to get official projects, you have to have so many responsibilities of family, and even there are children, they have their own education and their health and all those things. And maybe you have to visit, doctor, you take appointments, you have to do that, schools, and there are different types. We have to select the best and prepare for the competitive exam for the children. For ourselves, we have to, we have to professionally very productive and competitive and all those kind of things. So everywhere it is all competition and all this kind of things. So that added the stress on us. And plus, so this is about also their relationships. Not always we have able to maintain very harmonious relationships with all others and maybe family members, and because not everybody is same. We call 5 fingers are not same. So there will be some disagreement. There will be some misunderstanding. Someone may not follow the exact, rules and regulations of the family and all these kind of things. So that revolves back, and we have to take that, accept that increases the stress and all those kind of things. Then add it up into that one. All right. So now it has. Let us go to the next point. First is how modern day lifestyle creates stress. That just explained impact on stress on our health. Okay. See, what happens is then whenever we get stressful, I'm now talking a little bit of in the physical, our health terms. Wherever stress increases, that they release some kind of our body cells, they release some kind of hormones. Okay, they call stress hormones. They get released, and these stress hormones are basically the toxins. So that is it's not a very rejuvenating type of thing, because we get stressed, and out of that something comes out chemically inside our body, and that is called stress hormones, or you can say some toxic material is getting released because the source is toxic. We don't like this stress. So under that stress, whatever is released inside our body physically, there is a physical mechanism how to deal with that, and so they released, and those are called toxins, and those goes into the cells of our, the body cells, muscles, and all those things. So, is this kind of toxin release is a bit frequent, then our normal immune system cannot, take care of it. In fact, there was a research research done by Bruce Lipton. Is also a famous master. So he found that root cause of this when these hormones get released, when the toxin get released, first thing it impacts is our immune system. So basically, in stress hormone, when it is released, our immune system get lowered. It's a direct impact of that within the body. So immune system get lowered means we are more vulnerable to the disease. Like we are more vulnerable to cough and cold, or minor things will hurt more and things like that. And that causes our body ache and some headache and all those kind of symptoms what you people are normally say they are facing. So that was the question in our group, that why we feel so much of body pain, the frequent and all those things. Even if I go to the doctor gives prescribe some medicine and medicines. Even if we took the medicine and okay, but maybe a little bit relief, but it doesn't go forever. So it doesn't go. The solution is not medical because it didn't address the root cause. Root cause is not the physical. Root cause is the stress created by something. We'll now come into that. Created by something which is not meeting the expectation, or not our life goes as per our plan, or not everything else in our life where it should be, it is not going as per plan. That increases the stress level. So we cannot control something from outside. Outside world is mostly beyond our control. And even we try to impose our control, sometimes it backfires, it creates more stress. Suppose you are trying to control your children, make sure that they follow the rules so that your life is peaceful. So maybe some of your children, the rebels, it become arrogant and all these things, then it creates more stress. Rather than getting it controlled, it becomes out of control. Anyway, so in this case, what happens is that the medicines and all, chemically treatment, they reduce maybe the hormone levels. I mean, the stress hormone levels reduced or neutralized a little bit. But as the root cause is not gone, it will still come back. It's like there is a flow is coming from a mountain river. You are cleaning the river, thinking that it is gone, but again the source is not stopped, so it will keep filling the water. Same here. So if the source is not gone, it will keep coming here again and again. In that, I was mentioning about Bruce Lipton. He has also found that main reason for this the stress hormone release and all is fear, because we have been undergone so much of fear, so it is impossible almost to stop releasing the toxins in our body. So in that case, root cause of this stress is that we experience fear, and that fear, it does not allow that it gets healed permanently. So that means if it is a medically treated, whatever the symptoms, that hormone and toxin or whatever, chemically treated, but the root cause is the fear within you. So if the fear has not gone, Then fear or insecurity that has not gone, then it will come back again, because that is the root cause. Okay, so far we understood that the root cause of this is fear, and how it played out, that I just explained earlier. Not meeting our expectation, things are out of control, and too much of things to deal, and very less time. We have limited time, limited resources, limited ability, our physical ability, and all this. So we cannot manage this, and then stress goes up, and then this, even if the treatment is not permanent, because it is healed on the surface level, it tells only the symptoms, not the root cause. So the root cause is the fear. So now let us go further, see from where the fear comes. Fear. Now let me go into a little bit of spiritual aspect of fear. Fear is absence of pure love. Like there is absence of light is called darkness. Absence of pure love is called fear. So that is just an opposite. Wherever there is area in your being, I'm not talking about the physical body now. I'm talking in your being. Wherever there is a less of pure love, then that area, or less, or if it is absence of pure love, then that area is just this part you need to understand. It doesn't need a very top-notch intellectual to understand this. Fear is the basis of the way our external world, the business works. Okay, whole we are facing, whether it is a media or written print media, television media, social media, any kind of thing, advertisements, and all those kind of things, and they run with the fear. Even that any kind of society, even in the countries, most of the religions, they run on fear. If you don't do this, this will happen to you. Okay, you got fear, and in normal cases, they sell you so many things because you need to protect something. Suppose they may say, if you have a fear of maybe thieves, then you have to put burglar alarms and a lot of things, make your fence high. So if you are fearful of your bank account getting, the money will be drained, you put a lot of, shielding or whatever they call it, the software firewalls and all. You have to buy for that. Your health, you're worried about your health, and they sell you a lot of medicines, and that those medicines it is supposed to be get you out of the trouble, but the thing has been sold to you because they first sold fear in you, then only they'll be able to send those kind of medicines. Yeah. You may think that you may be losing health, that's why you take maybe 4 or 5 tablets in a day, just in the fear that you may lose health. You know, Same thing, same everywhere. If you go that they have to inject, they means the whole market. I'm not talking about one individual, but the system is like that. So they make you fearful, and they sell it. So even I was talking about the Bruce Lipton earlier. He was saying that he has some interesting findings. He said the the earlier, even it is to some extent still now, that even the religion, they need to sell themselves to you in the fear of what will happen after the death. Okay, very interesting perspective. So you don't know what will happen after the death. In the name of something bad will happen after the death, they can sell you that whatever, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, and you have to pay here, you have to be subscribe to this organization and this and that. Anyway, so many things. It is in the fear of that. And another interesting topic, you are saying that The whole pharmaceutical industry, if you see in the name of well-being and healing and all those things, and the research is going on many places, and you find a lot of journals are there. If you go deep, dig deep into it, then you will find those researches are funded by the pharmaceutical industry, who just produce medicines. So what he is telling, his observation, which is correct, I agree that he said that they are not interested in your health. They are interested in selling their product. They are in should be in the business, which is medicine. So all the researches and all those are, if they are sponsored by them, how can it be completely neutral? And how can it be, only talk about your well-being, not theirs? Yeah. So that makes sense. So that's why many of the things which is the outcome of that lead you to further medicine, further treatment, and you have to spend, so many things and this treatment to that treatment, but overall health doesn't increase. My personally, when this self-realization happens, and then if you see so many things, then I realized for the health aspect, there will be massive change, by the way, in health area. There are many areas of our human life will change. Health treatment is one of them, how we deal with health. So if you see how many discoveries have been made, how many medicines have been made, how many ways of treatments in the rays, infrareds, and this medicine, that medicine, chemical, even the nuclear, that technology, this technology, and all those things, so many advancement has been made. But overall health of human being as a race, human race has not increased. It got down. It got southward, downward. Otherwise, by now, everybody should have been healthy, fine, and all good. But it is not the case. People are not become healthier than they are, say, 100 or 200 years before. They are less healthy as of today because of many issues. Pollution is one of them, but at the same time, it becomes too much of artificial things we are taking. We shifted from the natural way of living towards artificial way of living. We call it a civilized world, modern lifestyle, and that's the creating the fundamentally that is the problem. We shifted from the mother earth too much and try to generate something, and in the name of better living, basically we become okay. Suddenly we started taking too many of vitamin tablets. There was no issues with earlier. We are doing fine, but suddenly it's the control by some fear. Some fear came. We started taking some kind of medicine, which may not be necessary for you. Okay. All right. So now in this, another interesting thing he was talking about the death out of the drug. They said in I think in U.S. alone there is a history of 300,000 people died out of legal drugs. Means even if they have been given all those normal legal prescription drugs, but still the patient died. Whether the patient died out of illegal drugs is 34,000. Means it's about maybe 12% or 13% of the legal drugs. So we are talking about that you should not take illegal drugs. It can cause death, but it's telling that even the legal drugs has a more statistically, given you the death comes more volume with the normal drugs like prescription drugs, legal drugs than that. So what about this? Anyway, so all these things is now you understood. This is the thing, and that's the so-called lifestyle. We are try to control everything with the solution. We think we are taking the decision of the solution. Most of the solutions are implanted in your mind by the advertisements, this and that. They are not based on the truth, and that's why you never come out of this phase of this is not a permanent solution. It is a temporary patch, then you come out of that when the influence of that goes, and you come out, and maybe you started spending more money on this and get this treatment, that treatment, and all these things, psychological, psychiatrist, and whatnot. But end of the day, it's not. Okay. End of the day, it doesn't last. All right. So now we need to find out. We understood that the what is the root cause and key to healthy lifestyle is basically you have to come out of the fear of it. Yeah. So health is it is gifted by the Creator. So it is we need to take care of our physical health. We are responsible. Nobody else is. Yeah. So I just explained those are industries and all. Even though officially somebody else may be responsible, your health department is not responsible for your health. But when your health is in a problem, your health department will take care of you to put you somewhere and given the treatment, and for that you will be heavily charged. Okay. All right. So now let us come on the understanding part of it. Okay. This spiritually, now we have to, as I mentioned, the physical body is gifted by the divine to us. We are the owner of this physical body. So in this physical body, let us go how it runs. Physical body runs through the energy. Which energy? The life force energy or pranic energy. Okay. It runs the whole body. Body is a conglomeration of say maybe 7 or 9 trillion cells. So all those cells, they are alive, and those are things they need for them to run. They need energy, and that energy is life force energy or pranic energy. Okay. So if any area of your body, the pranic energy falls down, it becomes less, then it goes out of flow. Means energy always flows. No, energy cannot be stand still at one place. Where the flow is reduced, the energy flow is reduced, that is the area is become vulnerable. Okay. Vulnerable for getting into stressful toxicity and all those things goes down the line, and it starts paining or all these kind of things. So that means that if you go into the energy point of view, the area pockets of your body where the energy flow is not proper or deficient, that area will develop some kind of disease. So body pain and all this are one of them. Body pain, muscle pain is one of them. The energy is deficient there. So in this particular, in this area where we are talking about why we face, body pain and all those kind of things, root cause we understood. So we have to first understand that the muscle pain, all these things. So first we have to, if you can, all the deficient area, if you can inject energy, if you can top up the energy, then naturally our normal body, physical body gets healed. So any kind of spiritual healing in this physical body, particularly any physical disease, normally what happens is through spiritual healing we invoke it. We may use different technique, but ultimately we invoke the healing energy, the pranic energy, to go into the deficient areas and create harmony, the balance back into the body. Then we get not naturally healed, come out of that disease. Okay. So it is about physically, but fear is a mental symptom. Okay. So what happens is, as I said, that fear is absence of pure love. So if we can bring pure love into our mind, the fear goes like you are bringing a light into the darkness, that fear goes. And then when the fear goes, it will not allow the reoccurrence of those things to happen. So if your physical body, whatever the deficient area, if you can top up with pranic energy, and your mind, you can get out of the fear consciousness to the pure love, then theoretically understandable, you get healed, and that will be permanent because you are connected. You removed all the dark areas, and you are already, the area has been lightened up with a pure love. This aspect of getting yourself connected to the pure love is the spirituality. It is the connection of the oneness. It is that connection to your consciousness, which is infinite. It is already in pure love. So you just need to connect to that, and that connection will be source of all your powers, all your driven life. And when that kind of connection is fully established, that particular aspect, all your dark areas got enlightened, and that particular way of living is called holistic living. Holistic living means you are fully connected with your consciousness. So you have got your like pranic energy. You are allowing pranic energy to heal any physical areas of your body which will need, which is energy deficient, and the balance was restored. So through pranic energy, how do we do that? We do it by 3:2 stomach breathing and kriya and all other things. So because the pranic energy enters in our body through breathing. Okay, so through breathing, we learn how to do that, and all of you already taught. So we do that, take care of that energy deficiency in the body. Mind is, you have to first calm down the mind, which is meditation. We practice the meditation, then then open ourselves with the connection with our higher self, and through that channel that comes up, our connection to our higher self develops, and then we invoke pure love into our being. And then in this way, we get rid of those fears, unnecessary fears. Fears are actually illusion. In absence of proper understanding or proper connection with the source, that is what it is. Okay, and from that, when we operate ourselves, then it gets all these things sorted out on the permanent basis. So those are already gone. And then we have to maintain it. The maintaining that the physical body, which is just a management of energy, management of pranic energy. There is many techniques of maintaining that, and those are, remember that those are not injecting some chemical into your body or artificially. It is by the natural way. If you just manage the energy, what you can get, and most of the things are free. You don't have to get into trap of all this kind of marketing gimmicks to make yourself healthy. Simply get out of that thing, artificial way of living, come back to the natural way, then health will be restored automatically. Maybe it will not happen overnight, I'm not saying that, but eventually it will happen. And if you can just reprogram your mind from fear-based to love-based, then you will be permanently get out of it. Okay, so that is the way, in the direction we do, this the healing and further the holistic living of ourselves. Okay, now we are talking about maintaining it, and maintaining it with the energy, how to make the balance of the energy and all. We all have learned Kriya Yoga, one of the best ways to maintain that high energy level into your body, and raise the vibration of your body, which automatically healing small things here and there, whatever you are having. Calm down the mind, get connection with our higher self, and then it takes over from there. Other than this, the Kriya, and there are many other techniques. I was just going through few of the ways. The difference is something called Qigong, some Chinese technique, which was quite popular. That they basically energy management, and it was very interesting. That how they do that. So they were showing some kind of. They say even if you clap, so like forcefully, then your energy level goes up. So that's a there is a basis behind it. They're saying that there are a lot of our energy system. There are 12 meridians into our body, and there are 72,000 nadis. Nadis are the energy channels into our body. So if you somehow can make them active, like say electrical network of your house. If you can maintain all the electrical network properly, so then whole your house will be lit up and all your air conditions will run and all like electrical gadgets will run everywhere, that whatever washing machine or whether it's a mixie or microwave, whatever, they will run well. So it's only thing you have to make sure the energy distribution of your house is properly maintained. Nothing, no cable cut or not area fuse blown and all those things, then some area will not get the required amount of energy. Same with the human body. So what's the clapping about? Clapping is that there are a lot of meridian, they have connection into the, in the face of our hand, in my palm, and also there on the feet as well, below the feet. There are some other technique like acupressure techniques where they, press certain points, or marma also. There is another thing, they can energize your activate your energy system into the body. There are some specific points. Simply by clapping fast, with both of your hands, energize a lot of the points automatically. Just simply clapping. So there are many similar type of things. So there are some, the clapping on this your elbow and armpits and all. There are many other techniques. These are part of those things. But I'm just giving you understanding. Fundamentally, what happens is those energy channels, they keep energized and they keep flowing the energy properly all over the body. So body energy automatically goes up. And this aspect, so this is about the energy management, and this is also your normal, physical exercise you need to do. So make sure your physical body it's running well. You need not to go to the gym for building up muscles. That's not needed. Just there is enough exercise which is needed so that all your body parts are functioning physically well. That's all. So whatever exercise you may choose, consider that which covers all parts of your body. During the camps, I can show that exactly how it is an holistic exercise, we call it. So there are several holistic exercises. We may choose maybe about 8 or 10 exercises which can be done regular basis in the morning just to make the physical body active. That's it. Why? Because that will give you the energy flow, energy flow all over the body. And here also food plays a role into this. We have already had a session onto the food. We can the relationship between the food and this spiritual aspects and the health. So of course, so it is not always the costly food that makes the difference. It is which is having more pranic content food, that makes all the difference. High level of prana in the food makes all the difference. Okay. High level of prana means they should be fresh, they should be, coming from the natural sources and this kind of things. Anything which is dead long time back and maybe it is frozen for 2 months, so naturally the pranic element, the energy element has gone. It is just a matter of your taste buds and it may taste good, that's it. But energy wise, it will not give as much energy as you need to run your body. And on top of it, if it is the food itself is not fresh, then it will come with some more toxins, and then that toxin will interfere into your body chemistry, and that will also give added to your stress level and add to the more toxin release within the body. So that is also another reason. So we need to, whatever way possible, we need to go into the fresh foods and not really which is too much frozen or long time back, or on particularly if this is an animal we are eating and that animal at the time of death there is some pain involved into that animal body, and that also comes in your body. That already research, they have been found many times. This is not a new thing. Yeah, okay, somebody wants to eat, you eat for the taste, but don't think those are healthy. So that is another thing. So when you select the criteria, go for fresh, high pranic level foods. So some food they have a naturally high level of prana, so that will be good. And so these are the healthy food habits. We need not to eat too much, but we have to eat healthy. Okay. So that is also another way of doing that. And so exercise, food habit, and that this is a common for this. Some meditation, because mind control and fear to reduce down those things, getting connection open for that. So these are the formula for like a physical good level of healing. So healing and leading some holistic life. In this the energy level also, when you can make your physical body clean, then you open up yourself for the possibilities to invoke the higher spiritual energies through your body. Like all the spiritual masters, they need not to do struggle much to get the whatever energy their body or things needs, even though they are not doing all physical exercises in the morning and all kind of meditation 4 hours a day, they are not doing, because there is no need. So how come? I'm just explaining that how come it is possible. Even though if you see their food habit, they are not eating that much also, very little food they eat, and that's okay, that's enough. Only thing in this case, what needs to be done, they make their system clean. Physical body, of course, they can take bath and get clean, it's fine. Then their energy body is clean, that emotional body is clean. They full control over the emotions. They got fully detached from this kind of thing. So anything happens outside them doesn't trigger emotion. So in this, so they are not get carried away with the emotions and all those kind of things. They don't get easily sad, or they're not bothered to get angry and all those kind of things. So it's okay. So next higher level, all this thing, then the karmic bodies their karmic bodies are clean already, so they can channel huge amount of energy through them. And energy flows where your attention is. So through there, they are in the energy field, will be giving you automatic healing. Your all those things will get automatically changed. Your energy level will go up by induction effect if you are in the field of a master, energy field of a master. So that automatically happens. And this, by the way, that reminds me about this detachment and all. Even I heard Guruji, Prem Nirmalji was also telling that if we are householders, and sometimes that it happens that if emotional content goes down, don't get emotionally, emotion doesn't come very well, and sometimes it may be perceived as it can hamper with your relationship in the family, what is called your immediate family members. So in this case, let me that what Guruji says is correct, but at the same time, let me also tell you, it is not about detachment and aloof attention from the relationship and you're going to Himalayas. Yeah, so it is about detached attachment. Okay, what is detached attachment? In my relationship, whenever I explained that, I explained it very clearly. The lower level detachment, all this aloof attention to not find faults and not all those kind of things, criticisms and getting triggered, and you don't take care of me, and oh, what happened to me, why you are no longer, you don't love me anymore, all this kind of thing. You get rid of that. That is the lower level emotions. Yeah? Connect at the higher level, connect at the soul level. Connect with the pure love, not this claiming love and all the affection and family duties kind of stuff. Yeah, so that you can, if you are operate from that level, you will be able to have this. The truth will reveal to you, and you will be take the right decision for your family. If some of your family member is always crying and always say loving and all, maybe truly loving, but at one stage that becomes a nuisance. You should You should not go to that level that you should be emotionally too much dependent, codependent. It's not a right, healthy thing for anyone. Okay? So develop that kind of lower side detachment, aloof. It is connected. It is not only aloof and run away. No, you need to get connected. In fact, forget about your own family members. It will increase, like your society, your friend circle, and all will come under your love circle. You are able to, you become source generating love. It will come like a magnet towards you because everybody wants that. We are made of that. How can I get out of this? Only thing which clean all this, what is called that, clean on the surface things so that we can express ourselves what we truly are. So then basically that all humanity will be your family. You will become a divine presence on the planet Earth because you are expressing, which is your true nature, which is pure love. You need to do anything. You have to just be with this love, and don't fall into the trap like aloof attention to the lower stuff, small things. Don't bother. Somebody says bad words, how does it matter? This kind of thing. Okay, so don't get into that thing that aloof attention is bad for your family. Okay, it's not. Only thing is you need to go to the higher level. Don't get stuck into the lower level. Okay, that's it. Then your family will not go a way you planned it, but something better and permanent and more pure, more holistic thing will develop, which will be wonderful. And lower level understanding, I'm again sharing my own experience. I maybe earlier also I mentioned long-term relationships doesn't depend upon how many good qualities your other family members they have. Okay, it depends on how many of not so good qualities you can accept. Then on that basis your relationship stays, not because how many good qualities the other person is having. No, everybody is having some good and bad, we know it. Every glass is half empty and half full. How many of empty part you can accept, based on that your relationship will depend, the length of your relationship will depend. And our spirituality teaches us the acceptance, patience and acceptance almost in an infinite level. Means no matter how the other person is doing, you're not getting affected. Because if you get affected, how can you maintain a healthy relationship? Okay, at least if you can come out of that turbulence, then you can express yourself. Slowly things will change, and ultimately everything will be aligned. Everything will be pure and divine. But you have to let go of the judgment. You have to let go of punishing someone or tit for tat and make sure that they follow your rule and control and all. These are all ego tools. When you drop that, then eventually a better and new area will find. And when you get these kind of things, your alignment, and you will get many are getting their life transformed. Good things are happening. That is reward by itself. Your life will transform. And forget about the stress and all. You will be all the time into that high of the purity. Okay, and that way you lead your life. Forget about the stress and toxin and things like that. And if you live that life, you need not to sit separately for meditation. You have to try to look for what is the organic food where it is available, and I'm ready to pay any price for that. I have to take which area will be the cleaner air I can get to breathe and all. Those will not be very important, because you know how to manage the energy. No matter what is happening around you, you'll still be fine, and you will lead a very good holistic life, full of energy, full of prana, and that energy source will be the pure love. Okay. All right. With this, I'll conclude this learning session. So I don't think much time is left in this session. So I will just, it's already, I think, 3 minutes or so. All right. I think better I will do that into the next, in the next session, I'll take the question answers. So let us conclude it here. So I will see you all into that. The next, I'm posting the link here, and I'll see you on the other side of this session into that group. Okay. Om Mangalam. Let us give 2 more minutes. Let everybody join. All right, so let us start the second part of our session. Shubhan, in the beginning, you were asking whether you can ask questions. So if you have a question, you can go ahead, and others, you can raise your hand. I will come to you one by one.
Yes, sir. I had a question that I am not regular in these sessions. I want to be, but I am not regular. What is the reason?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. You are not regular in Kriya and meditation practice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your question?
I want to be regular, but I'm not able to attend these sessions regularly, sir. कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है उस समय पे.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
And next question is, I also have so many health issues. मैं काफी medicines पे हूँ. आज का सेशन आई थिंक इज वेरी बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी ऑल्सो. तो यूनिवर्स
Okay.
कुछ तो चाहता था कि आज का सेशन तो मुझे करवा ही दिया.
अच्छा, अच्छा, पहले आपको आंसर पहले दे रहा हूँ कि इफ यू आर नॉट रेगुलर इनटू दिस spiritual practices and the meditation, only thing is it will be delayed. Results will come delayed. That's all. Okay. Those who, if you can practice regularly, it will be faster, maybe few months. It may take years or longer based on the how much you are doing. But there is no such thing called negative thing, or no such rules and regulations that you have to do it and नहीं करने से कुछ गलत कुछ हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Okay. Only thing is, the truth is that if you are not regular, the effect will be delayed. It is true for everything, all areas
Yes.
of our life, right? So suppose the study, if we are not study then regular basis, and suppose somebody is school student, so that maybe that particular exam will not pass next year, again have to appear and things like that. So it will only thing is the passing will be get delayed. You know. Same is applicable here. So whatever be the reason, if it is not regular, then it will only give you the result will be delayed. So that is the impact. Otherwise there is no such negative effect, neither there is any compulsion. We are walking the path of freedom, not path of rules, regulations, binding norms and all those kind of things. Spirituality is not about that. It is about walking to our own path towards the freedom. So that is the right understanding. Okay.
And how to be regular, sir? Can you please guide?
Yeah, so you have to, our mind and all, they are very tricky. Our mind, particularly ego, doesn't allow us to follow the path of spirituality. The reason is, when one gets enlightened, their ego dies. Ego doesn't exist anymore. You get fully connected with your soul consciousness, and ego does not want that. It is like controlling. Ego doesn't want to let go of the control, and that's why it our ego controls us in three ways. तीन चीजें वो हमारे ऊपर थोपते हैं. एक तो है कि इट क्रिएट सम डाउट. एक डाउट क्रिएट कर देता है कि इसमें सच में कुछ होने वाला है कि नहीं होने वाला है, क्या फायदा एंड ऑल दिस. और सेकेंडली इट लॉजिकली कन्विंस अस कि एक ऐसे कुछ चीजें लेकर आते हैं हमारा मन में जिसमें लगता है कि नहीं, वो तो वही है, वही ठीक बोल रहा है, यही यही मुझे करना चाहिए. ये हमारा ईगो बोल रहा है. सो उसमें से लॉजिकली हमको वहां से बाहर लेकर आते हैं कि बहुत सारे चीजें हैं. वो लॉजिकली समझाते हैं, देखो भाई तुम्हारे पास इतने सारे काम है, इसका टाइम किधर से निकालोगे, उसको फायदा भी क्या है, कितने ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी करके कितने क्या पैसा बनाया, कोई कुछ किया क्या, तुमको पता है, कोई बोला नहीं, बोला ठीक है ड्रॉप हो जाओ, ऐसे समझाते हैं. ओके, हमारा ईगो. हाँ. तीसरा है फियर. हाँ, ऐसे कुछ चीजें डाल देते हैं. फियर मतलब जे अगर कुछ गलत हो जाएगा, कुछ ये हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, वो सही नहीं है, ऑल दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. इसमें हमारा कंफ्यूज कर देता है, और तो दुनिया भर का चीजें जो सच नहीं है, वो सब चीजें डाल के हमारा माइंड को कंटामिनेट कर देता है, फियरफुल हो जाता है। तो 3 चीज ईगो इसलिए करते हैं कि हम उसको कंट्रोल में रहें। तो उससे अगर हमसे छुटकारा मिलते हैं तो हम वी कैन स्टार्ट सीइंग आवर पाथ ऑन आवर ओन। यहाँ से जो है ना, ये जो सो कॉल जिंदगी का दलदल में आके जो है पुनरपि जननम पुनरपि मरणम, ये जो है ना, कितने से दफा हमने यहाँ पे जन्म ले चुके हैं। एवरी टाइम वी गो अनफिनिश्ड आवर पर्पस वापस जाने का, हमारा अपना घर, सोल का घर जाने का रास्ता वो एक ही है, थ्रू एनलाइटनमेंट एंड लिबरेशन, और दूसरा और कोई रास्ता नहीं है। कब वो लेते हैं, कौन सा जन्म है, हमारे ऊपर है। अभी नहीं तो और 2-3 जन्म और 10 जन्म 50 जन्म कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। तो सो हायर डायमेंशन में ऐसे भी टाइम नहीं है। तो आप 100 बार जन्म ले लो, उसमें क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, उसमें सोल का तो कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है। ये हम जो है ना, हमें वो कॉन्शियसली डिसीजन लेना है कि कब हमें वो रास्ता लेना है। तो जब हम उसमें कन्विंस हो जाए तो देन विल बी एबल टू वॉक। ये इनर कॉल होता है जो अंदर से आता है, पुकार आता है। सो एंड ये बहुत कम है मिलते हैं कि जो कोई हमें लिविंग मास्टर मिल जाए। तो नहीं तो कितने सारे जन्म हम इसमें लग जाते हैं कि कोई दिखाने वाला, रास्ता दिखाने वाला बहुत ढूंढते हैं सीकर। एटलीस्ट 50 लाइफ टाइम गोज इन सर्चिंग, वो मिला नहीं है, वो हो गया, सही रास्ता नहीं, इधर उधर भटकते रहे, हो गया, खत्म। तो ये हमको ये डिसीजन लेना है कि ये जो है हमें कब वो फाइनल रोड पकड़ना है। तो वो तो अपना अपना टाइम होता है, तो उसमें तो कोई सही गलत नहीं है। तो जितना जल्दी हम समझ में आ जाए, बाकी सब अपने आप ही ठीक हो जाएगा, और टाइम भी निकल आएंगे, हम सब कुछ करेंगे भी, और चीजें हैं जो है, लाइफ लिविंग का नजरिया ही चेंज हो जाएगा, इंटरनल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो जाता है। तो एंड देन वी विल लिव ए लिबरेटेड लाइफ। ओके, सो देयर इज नो सच थिंग। ये रूल्स रेगुलेशन बाहर से कुछ नहीं होता, वो अंदर से आना पड़ता है। जो बोलता है ना, लगन में अगन होना चाहिए। सो व्हेन दैट पैशन कम्स, देन एवरीथिंग बेकार हो जाता है, बाकी सब कुछ चीजें। तो उसी में हम लगे पड़ते हैं एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। सो वो पैशन जो है ना, जो हम पसंद करते हैं ना, उसी में कितने टाइम लगा देते हैं, कितने एफर्ट लगता है, कुछ लगता ही नहीं है कि हमने कुछ किया भी है। सपोज कोई, किसी को पेंटिंग का शौक है, पैशन है, तो वो दिन भर पेंट करता रहता है, उसको टाइम या खाना पीना बाकी सब इट इज इमेटेरियल हो जाता है ना। फुल डे दे आर स्पेंडिंग ऑन टू दैट। सम म्यूजिशियन, उसमें से दिन में 17-18 घंटा वो कुछ ना प्ले कर रहा है, कभी जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट प्ले करता है या उसमें लगा रहता है, वायलिन और जो भी है। तो फ्रॉम वेयर दिस कम्स, टाइम किधर से आता है? टाइम कम्स फ्रॉम द पैशन। सो और कुछ नहीं है, वो कोई ताली बजाने वाले भी नहीं है, बट दे आर डूइंग इट फॉर देमसेल्व्स, सो दे ग्रो अकॉर्डिंगली। तो इस तरह का है। तो जब तक वो नहीं आता है तब तक ऐसे ही हमें ईगो हमें कंट्रोल करते रहते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ लॉजिक वॉजिक देके ना, कुछ डाउट और फियर देके हमें कंट्रोल करते रहते हैं।
सर, आई हैव वन मोर क्वेश्चन, कैन आई आस्क?
हाँ, श्योर।
एक तो ये था सर, जो भी हम लोग इस जन्म में अभी पढ़ रहे हैं, लिख रहे हैं, इको हो रहा ना सर?
कोई बात नहीं, चले, नो प्रॉब्लम।
तो क्या वो अगले जन्म में हमारे काम आता है सर? फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सेकंड, जिसे हम लोग जब जन्म लेते हैं तब भी तो कई बीमारियां हम लोग के साथ आ जाती है ना कई बार, तो उसका क्या कारण? ये 2 क्वेश्चन है सर।
ओके, ठीक। जो कुछ अगर ये कार्मिक है, कार्मिक मतलब जो आपको प्लान में नहीं है, आपका सोल्स प्लान, हमें 2 चीज पैरेलली रन करते हैं। एक है हमारा सोल्स प्लान, जिस इस जन्म हमारा सोल जिस जिस चीजों के लिए हमने प्लान किया, वो एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए हम आते हैं, दैट इज सोल्स प्लान। उससे अलावा अगर हम कुछ करते हैं, तो अगर वो अलग कुछ करने के टाइम, बिकॉज वी हैव ए फ्री विल, हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। तो फ्री विल में अगर ऐसा कुछ कर देते हैं जिसमें वो एनर्जी डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, हम पेंडुलम की तरह सोचते हैं कि एक पेंडुलम जो है उसको एक साइड में लेके हम छोड़ देते हैं, तो ऑटोमेटिकली इट हैज टू गो टू अदर साइड बिफोर इट कम्स टू द बैलेंस। अगर ऐसा कुछ कर देते हैं तो नेक्स्ट लाइफ में चला जाता है, वो सब चीज हमें सेटल करना पड़ता है नेक्स्ट लाइफ में जाके। तो ये तो नेक्स्ट लाइफ का है। तो सोल्स प्लान प्लस वो जो कार्मिक थिंग, वो सिलसिला चलता रहता है। हम एक चीज खत्म करते हैं, दूसरा और एक चालू हो जाता है, कुछ ना कुछ। उसके लिए जरूरत है कि वो हम उस ट्रैप में ना पड़े, उसको बोलते हैं अवेयरनेस। ये अवेयरनेस डेवलप होना चाहिए, जहां पे हम इंटेंशनली उसको करेंगे नहीं। ऐसा नहीं है नहीं कर सकते, नहीं इंटेंशनली नहीं करेंगे तो उसमें क्या होगा कि हमने वो नेक्स्ट लाइफ के लिए और कुछ बचेगा नहीं, मतलब वो सब जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा उसको करने के लिए। तो इस हालत से हम उसको उससे लिबरेट हो जाएंगे, तो फिर आने का उसका जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा। दूसरा क्वेश्चन आप पूछ रहे हैं कि बीमारी शिमारी हम लेकर आते हैं, ऑल दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, समथिंग में बी कार्मिक, समथिंग लाइक कुछ कर्मा है, वो हमारा फिजिकल इसमें इफेक्ट करते हैं दिस लाइफ में। तो इसीलिए सम डिजीज वी हैव टू अंडरगो बिकॉज ऑफ द कार्मिक रीजंस। जो कार्मिक रीजन है, तो दैट पार्ट में क्या होता है कि इफ वी हैव डन समथिंग रॉन्ग टू समवन, उसका पेन अभी इस लाइफ में हमें भुगतना पड़ता है। एज फॉर एग्जाम्पल अर्लियर डेज मेनी पीपल, उसमें ना वही किसी को जला देने का वो ये था कि उसमें आग में ये कर दो, किस गांव में किसी ने बोला कि वो डायन है उसको जला दो, एंड ऑल्सो ये सब चीजें था उसमें। जिन्होंने वो सब किया ना, हाँ, इस लाइफ में आके ठीक है, वो सब तो कस्टम तो नहीं हुआ कि उसको आग में दोबारा जलना पड़ेगा। सम ऑफ देम एक्चुअली गॉन थ्रू, हाउस में फायर लग गया एंड दे हैव टू गो थ्रू दैट। अदरवाइज उसको इक्विवेलेंट क्या फॉर्म हुआ, दे आर नाउ फॉर्म सम काइंड ऑफ कैंसर एंड दे हैव टू गो थ्रू द केमोथेरेपी। ओके, केमोथेरेपी इज लाइक वो जलन पूरा पूरे बदन में, पूरा शरीर में वो जलन, एवरी टाइम दे गो हैव टू फेस इट। So how it will play out, nobody knows. Karma works in mysterious ways. It is so many cases है, different चीजें हैं, तो it is different, but वो आएगा जरूर। तो एक तो है कार्मिक के लिए लेके आते हैं। हम कुछ बोलते हैं कि ये हमने डीएनए में लेकर आया, हमारे फैमिली में है, ये है वो है। दिस अवर मैं पहले ना आज कुछ ब्रूस लिप्टन का बात कर रहे थे ना, अनदर मास्टर्स, ही हैज डन लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च। तो वो बोलते हैं कि only 1% of our diseases came from DNA. Rest of it created by our own mind, our lifestyle, our वो सोचने का ढंग, negativity and imbibing this, इसमें से हमने लिया है 99%। तो वो जो थियरी है ना, ये तो हमें क्या बोलते हैं इसको, हेरिडिटरी मिला है, ऑल दोस थिंग वेरी लेस। ओके, जो हम फेस करते हैं ना यहाँ पे हेल्थ इश्यूज, वो अपने वजह से है, हमारा वो फैमिली उसके वजह से नहीं है। अपने अपने वजह से या अपने कर्म का वजह से हमें वो सब चीजें मिलते हैं। ओके,
तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ सर कि ना, जो भी अगर कर्म की वजह से हम लोग जो बर्थ के समय में डिजीज लेके आते हैं, वो भी ये हीलिंग से क्योर हो सकती है।
ऑफ कोर्स एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल।
जो भी नॉलेज हम लोग अभी इस समय गेन कर रहे हैं, या फिर जो भी मेडिटेशन, जो भी साधना करते हैं, वो अगले जन्म में भी हमारे काम आएगी।
हाँ, इट विल बी देयर। ये तो टॉप अप टाइप का है कि आप इसमें जो कि है कहीं जाता नहीं है। हमें फिफ्थ बॉडी है, मतलब 7 बॉडी सिस्टम है। फिफ्थ बॉडी इज कारण, देह। कारण इज कॉज ऑफ एवरीथिंग, कॉजल बॉडी बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में। ऑल दिस थिंग्स इट गोज देयर। तो अच्छा कुछ करते हैं तो अच्छे फल भी मिलते हैं, बुरे करते हैं तो बुरे फल भी मिलते हैं, इस जन्म में नहीं तो अगले जन्म में, एंड सो ऑन।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
Okay, God bless you. Anybody else having any question? Okay, Satyanjali, go ahead. Enrolda, I'll come back to you.
Guruji, this session has been like, thank you so much. It has been really, really helpful. Like, I know there are so many pains in my body. Maybe I know the reasons right now, which has been really helpful. My question is, when you talk about the stress you were telling, one of the things I wanted to know is sometimes it also happens that, like, I have small kids. So during their growth period, it is also our responsibility to teach them what is right and what is wrong. And in that process, sometimes when we teach the kids something and they don't do it, it
Mhm.
also creates anger or sometimes stress. Like, okay, I have been teaching you this so many times, and not related to societal things like, oh, you have to perform good in your exams and not all those things, but general behavior. So how do you handle that? Or if are you saying that when we are like we meditate and all, we would not even get the stress? Or is it something like that? Or is it not normal that we get the stress when we are even teaching them and that they are not able to follow that?
Okay. So you have to address it at the multiple levels. Okay. Then I will come back to you. What is my understanding should be the way,
Mm-hmm,
as you have asked the question, but I will that come later. First
mm-hmm,
thing is, first you need to, every child is unique.
mm-hmm,
All of us are unique.
yeah,
Okay.
mm-hmm,
First you need to assess whether whatever your recommendation
mm-hmm,
is it something based on your conditioning, your past conditioning, your childhood conditioning, your cultural conditioning, your family conditioning, you want to simply pass on,
mm-hmm,
or that child really needs it as of in today's society. Okay, so of course you will transfer the values. Being good human being, that is universal, no matter which era somebody has born. Being a good individual human being, more human, is the thing you can definitely, you should impart that.
mm-hmm,
At the same time, your those kind of issues, children will not learn by lecturing. They
mm-hmm,
will learn if you follow.
mm-hmm,
You have to be the example of that. You have to embody that values. What you follow, they will learn that automatically. You need not to tell them.
mm-hmm,
Okay. So if you see good human being, whatever the cultural thing, do's and don'ts, you follow, then child will automatically follow that.
mm-hmm,
They will automatically learn. They have a huge capacity to absorb.
mm-hmm,
But if you teach something and you don't follow something,
mm-hmm,
then they get confused.
right.
Their system get confused. Okay. Then they try to understand what is going on and all this thing. They cannot express, you know.
Mm-hmm,
They don't have a tool to express that, but that changes their system, and then something else come out which nobody likes. Okay.
mm-hmm,
So that is the
mm-hmm,
first thing. So first you see whether you are imposing something, your pattern to your down, or you really, that is actually truly helpful for the child being a good human being. First you check that yourself.
mm-hmm,
Okay. Once you are clear, no, it's really something that you need to teach, you follow that. As I said, imbibe that, your child will learn.
mm-hmm,
Number of lecturing should be less as much as possible. The value of words are much, much less impactful than following something.
mm-hmm,
Create that environment so that automatically they will do something, you know, do something or some courtesy. Okay. Suppose you have to say good morning every time. If you do, then your child will learn to say good morning.
mm-hmm,
Okay. So, or say maybe prayers at night. If you follow, the child will automatically follow that. Say
mm-hmm,
this is normal. Okay. But you say you should do this, you should do that. No, no, no. Okay. This is secondly. Third is, whenever you are trying to educate your child, of course, it is, as a parent, it is your responsibility to give these things. Make sure the framing of, even if you have to tell, the framing has no negative words.
mm-hmm,
No, don't, this is
mm-hmm,
bad and it is harmful. They told nobody will like you. Everybody will say you are a bad boy or bad girl. Don't use these negative sentences while framing it.
mm-hmm,
Words have a big impact, not directly, but you see, the Sabda Brahma, every sound has a vibration, and more negative words, the word not, no, don't, these kind of words go out, their child will be programmed negatively.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so rephrase your statement, whatever you like to do. Give the encouraging version of that. Okay, don't say, don't put your cup here. Instead of that, if you say, after drinking the milk, ah, if I see you, you're keeping the cup there on the basin or whatever on the thing, I'll be very happy.
Mm.
The same thing.
Mhm.
Don't put the cup here, and you are supposed to put it here. You are not listening to me. That is the one way of communication. Another
Mm.
way. So thank you for finishing the milk. And if I see you also keeping the cup on the basin, I'll be very happy. Your mama will be very happy.
Mm.
See, same thing.
Mm.
Okay. But in
Mm.
the second part, there is no negative connotation. There is no not word.
Mm.
It is a make huge difference.
Mm.
Even, I was talking about Guruji Prem Nirmalji. His, even though not directly linked to your question, but I'm just sharing it. It just
Mhm.
reminded
Mhm.
me. His mission statement of what he teaches, 2 lines. It says, the appreciate all, criticize none, walk your path, be Jivan Mukta.
Mm.
Okay, 2 sentences, 4 lines. Okay, appreciate all, including your children. Criticize none, including your children.
Mm.
Walk your path. After you do that, you walk your own path. Everybody came with their own karma, their own, destiny, their own things. So you cannot dictate everything.
Mm.
You are only a temporary custodian of your child.
Mm.
Even if you are a mother, you are not created the child. It is a divine grace that created the child, not you. Okay, we
Mm.
have a misunderstanding. As a
Mm.
father and mother, that we created a child, you are nobody.
Mm.
Okay. But anyway, we have been given a temporary custodianship. We cannot control their destiny, we cannot control anything. Only thing we have to give our whatever the knowledge, we can guide them in the right direction, and that's it. Hmm. Okay. So if you follow that principle, then what will have is you will get free because you have done your part. You convert that through example, through positive reinforcement, and leave it there. Third thing is when we're communicating, no matter how small the child is, okay, always give respect,
Mm.
okay, because self-respect, we are born with it.
Mm.
Nobody likes their self-respect to be dented.
Mm.
So make sure the full respect is given even to the child. Doesn't matter how less important that child is, give the create the environment, their say has been there.
Mm.
Okay, suppose I'm saying a small example. Suppose going to a some cloth shop, no, that garment shop.
Mm.
You ask the child, choose whatever you want.
Mhm.
Let the he or she choose that particular garment he or she wants to wear. Don't say now you have to wear this and don't do that, don't give the don't that. This is the one you have to wear because I have chosen them. So
Mm.
I'm your parent, I am chosen it and I'm paying for it. So I am all the right to, yes. But if you give that choice to the child, no, their self-respect comes up.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
They know that I need not to create fast to get whatever I want. I am empowered, I am authorized to take my own decisions. Of
Mm.
course, you have to, if something decision the child is taking is harmful,
Mhm.
I'll say, I wanted to jump from the window of my building. No, of course not.
Mm. Mhm.
There is a risk involved and it is not a good idea.
Mhm.
You know, so you explain the risk. Don't say you are not allowed. So then it will happen slowly, slowly. Child will develop as an empowered human being,
Mm.
empowered, positively reinforced human being.
Mm.
you can only get respect by giving respect. You cannot demand respect, even if it is from your
True.
child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also sometimes your child will take some decisions that you will not like, except the cases where endangering the safety and security. Don't interfere too much into it. The same job can be done in 5 different ways.
True.
Okay, if
True.
your child says, I don't like to play volleyball. I like swimming only. That's fine. You go for
Mm-hmm.
swimming. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. Everybody else is doing it. You have to do it. You have to learn this and all. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you need not. All parents expect their child to be best in sport, best in the performing arts, and they sing well and dance well and recite well and give a good in debate and getting a first in the top in the class. That we have to reduce our own expectations down.
Mm-hmm.
If you can honor the uniqueness, best version of your child will come out, because only because you are honoring that uniqueness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
these are the parameters. If you can take care from the beginning, sometimes I understand, sometimes it happen unconsciously. Without you knowing, it happens through you. But be aware of that. That
Mm-hmm.
is your exercise, just be aware of that. And then give support and all those things, then it will be run the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that is the thing, that is the follow. If you follow that, things will come, very healthy, and I don't think there'll be any issues in this particular regard. We have to be
Mm-hmm.
just simply aware.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, God bless you. Okay, Indranilla, go ahead.
Yes, two questions actually. The first is related to food and medicine. Now, you're aware there's a doctor called Dr. Hegde who has been
Mm,
subscribing, and I totally agree with his thought process. But you see, what happens is the placebo effect you're aware of, right?
mm,
It's a mental state, okay?
yeah,
That somebody gives you a pill, even if that pill is sugar, you
mm,
feel it has cured you.
yeah,
Now, what is your opinion on that? On the other hand, when you're eating some food in a joyful state, whatever be that food, if the thought is joyful, you digest it. If
mm,
the thought is that it is going to cause you harm, it will cause you harm. So,
mm.
is this thought correct or no?
Okay, so okay, let me address one by one. And see, the first one was about. First one, he was asking about the doctor is telling about the placebo effect. Okay,
Placebo.
uh, yeah. So see, our mind is very powerful. Okay, earlier I was giving one example that there was one test that when a prisoner who was given a death sentence and he was in a room, there was some experiment they did. So there is put a snake inside the room and then covered the face of that what is called the prisoner and who is on the death sentence, and they, after covering the face, they remove the snake and put only pin,
Yeah.
and that person has died. When the medical test, they found that not only died, he died out of the poison.
Right.
So in this case, nobody has injected any person, neither the snake has bitten him, but his body own creates that poison, and the same poison he died. Okay, so our mind has a tremendous power to create anything.
Correct.
So in that sense, that our whatever is we are creating, that is creating out of our mind. Even that the fear what I was talking about during today's session, that is created by mind, and the fear
True.
is controlling us.
True.
Our whole life changes because of the fear. Okay, so
Yes.
in that case, that whatever our mind creates, projects, that get manifested into our life.
Correct.
So if somebody, suppose you consulted with somebody and somebody says that, oh, you have a cancer. Maybe it is not, maybe not true. But if you are convinced, you can actually create cancer in your body simply by
Mm.
believing that you have a cancer.
Yeah.
And opposite is also true. If you feel you are healthy, you are fine,
Mm.
then no matter what the physical disease is, it could be miraculously it will disappear. So that is the kind of power of mind we have, that the manifestation. So answer is yes, we do have that.
Thank.
How we use it, that makes all the difference. It is like electricity.
Yeah.
Whether you can use it to run my house, all gadgets, or I get shocked, it is up to
Mm.
me. Energy is energy.
True. Thank you. Second question. One hears about a lot of this, sattvic food, and also in the airlines and all, they give this different kind of food. Now,
Hmm.
is it a marketing thing or is it actually useful?
Sorry, sattvic food. Mhm.
Sattvic diet, they prescribe sattvic diet and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
What is this sattvic diet?
Sattvic.
Yeah.
Okay, so sattvic diet is earlier I was explaining about the which is high in prana, pranic energy, fresh, anything fresh. Suppose a fruit, you take the fruit from the tree and eat it. That is having the maximum prana because it was just few minutes back. It is connected with that tree.
Correct.
Same level, no degradation. Over the period of time, like that energy, you can say analogy, it evaporates. It
Mm.
becomes less and less. Physically, not. Physically, it will look okay. But
Mm.
the pranic level, energy level, there is a decay. So that is the way of identifying which is a high level of prana and which is sattvic. Of course, it is not some killed animal, killed this thing, that thing.
Right.
Okay.
Mm.
So this is the thing. But what the airline and other gives in the name of sattvic, that's up to them. I don't know. But you have to check whether it is really fresh or all this kind of thing. So only
Right.
basically what I meant to say, only the composition doesn't make it sattvic.
Okay.
It's the pranic level makes it sattvic.
Right.
Okay. Even if it is a pure rice, but rice is say 10 days old,
Mm. Mm.
no longer a sattvic. Hmm.
True. True. True.
Okay, so only the pranic level, which is directly linked to the freshness, that makes the big difference. So that is we call sattvic.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Okay, Swayashi, go ahead.
Guruji, slightly different topic. It just came to my mind during this session that sometimes I think that I'm a little judgmental in some areas. I mean, all of, I think maybe everyone is judgmental. Some maybe more, some maybe less, but that's not the thing. As in some areas, I can be a little judgmental, so that impacts my thoughts and words and actions. And I do realize this after some time. So I want to know if there is a way. I mean, how do I come out of being judgmental, um, to avoid all this following thoughts, words, and actions?
Okay, good question. See, first step to come out of your own judgment or judgmental mindset is witnessing. You should be aware that you are doing something, saying something, thinking something which is judgmental in nature. That witnessing is the first step towards getting it healed or minimize it or coming out of it completely. So just focus on that, what is going on in your mind, thoughts, and of course, after thought only action will come. So if you can catch at that thought level, thinking level, and your reaction, what is happening, seeing at something happen in your triggers in your mind, that is your reaction. So just watch uh, of what is going on into your mind through witness mode, then that will give you the key. Create the space between the external thing and your internal state of that. So that is the witnessing you are looking into. If you can create the space, then that will be the fundamental tool to going into healing it or responding to it. I'm not saying don't give any response, but that response should be a knowledgeable, fully aware response, not in the without any awareness, just giving some kind of reaction, and most of the time those reaction will be negative, not be good and fruitful for you and for anybody else in that matter. Okay, start with the witnessing, practicing this, and just then you see again. Don't judge yourself. You say, how it is. I'm thinking that way and all. Don't bother. Witnessing will lead you to an area called taking non-ownership. Even your thoughts is not belong to you. Who are you? That goes to that fundamental question. So if you can detach from your thought, then ownership will drop. Then the consciousness will take over. And consciousness is always pure, always fine, always, omni-knowing. So it cannot be, wrong, or it cannot cheat you. So that is the first step going towards that level is witnessing.
And like, I think what I see, it's my observation that some of these judgments are like from conditioning, many conditioning that we have, like social conditioning and all that. So
Mhm.
it's like, it's difficult to come out. I mean, every time if I do that, and then I will think that why did I do that? Like,
Mhm.
it is difficult to come out of that.
No, it is. It may be difficult, but not impossible.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
so try that. You see, nothing wrong is trying, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't try, you will never be there. So just try if it is, and when you give try, more and more things will reveal to you automatically. Okay, so then you yourself will find out the path which will lead you towards the solution. And all our situations are unique, all our experiences are unique. So your solution will also be unique. It will lead you there. There is no common answer to everything, but you will come to that knowingness. So the appropriateness of your action will automatically come. Solution will automatically come. Okay.
Okay, Guruji.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless you. Okay. So we'll go ahead with our Kriya and meditation. I don't think we have much time today, but anyway, we will start and see how it goes. And then, whatever one or two steps of meditation we can